Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Monday Night Hero Proficiency bonus where, for some reason, even though I just fixed this, two of my cameras went wonky again.
Yay!
So, bear with me just a moment as I attempt to refix these. Of course, it is me and Murdoch who went wonky this time.
Oh,
Okay, we got Murdoch fixed. Well, let's see if we can't find me. Is that me? Yes, it is. Okay. Hey, there we go. Now I got it all figured out. So, sorry about that, folks. And once again, welcome to another Monday Night Hero Proficiency bonus, where if the NPCs don't kill you, the tech problems will. My name is Matthew, your somewhat manic dungeon master for this evening. I do apologize, we are a little late starting up tonight. Life happens, though, and so we're going to jump right into things. A couple of quick shout outs we want to give is thanks to Cardboard Castle Games. If you put an exclamation point CCG into chat, you'll get a link to their website. If you happen to be local towards my area, you're even a little further south. They're based out of Evans, Georgia. Swing by their brick and mortar location. Let them know we sent you. We love them. They've been a great supporter of the channel for the last couple of years. So definitely tune in and check them out. Then we also have Little Dragon Corp. You can put an exclamation point Little Dragon into chat. That'll hook you up with a link to their website. They're based out of Canada. And they do include, they do offer a 15% discount if you use the discount code BONUS when you're making your purchase. And they ship anywhere in the world. So definitely check them both out. Let them know we sent you. We love them both. With that being said, we're going to jump into what's been going on here, because there's a lot going on. Our party has made their way out of Waterdeep. Not a moment too soon, in my own opinion, for Murdoch, as some members of the party have skirted the laws a little bit in one of Murdoch's favorite cities. But they find themselves in Everlund, utilizing Art's connections with the Harpers to teleport from within the City of the Dead to Crowan Valharrow's tower. As they've made their way out of the city, a couple of the party members, Lydia, I believe Murdoch went, I think Art went as well, had decided to go and arrange passage or see if they could arrange passage to, rather than walk, to basically sail up the river. They offered to purchase a boat, then they offered to hire somebody. The hiring price was a little cheaper, not a huge amount cheaper, but they agreed on a price. Lydia went out, bought a couple of fishing rods. Plans were made to teach Murdoch how to fish as they take their leisurely pleasure cruise up the river in their journey to get closer to the mountains. While that was going on, Furia turned herself into a cat, as one does, and proceeded to just start wandering around, looking for shady going-ons. And shady she found a group of dwarves just sort of hiding out in this wooded area within the city. Eventually, one of them left and went to this sort of grungy dive bar and just started whining to the bartender about how they were supposed to be looking for somebody and they just can't find this SOB. Well, as she's spying on this individual and being a cat just laying under a bar table, the rest of the group, who has now been sort of wandering and doing their shopping, notices footprints running through a puddle in front of them with no body attached. Chasing this strange occurrence down, they met, we'll say, an invisible person who advised them they were being hunted. Upon telling Furia about this, they were advised that Furia actually has something to give to this individual. A meeting was set up for just about dinner time on the north shore of the bridge in town. And basically the party was told by this individual that if everything looks good, I'll show my face. I'll come meet with you and we'll have a discussion. And then they all went back to meet up in front of the tower to sort of plan their next move. And immediately upon everyone getting back together, Sarah reached out, hooked her arm through Rose's and said, "Come on, I want some meat pie." And the two of them wandered off, leaving the rest of the group to plan their meeting or whatever else they have going on. So, party, I turn it over to you at the moment. As our viewers at home will notice, you can see Furia and Sarah not here currently. They should both be with us in just a few moments. So they're going to be a little light for the next couple of minutes until they arrive. To Murdoch, Lydia, and Art, I turn it over to you at the moment as the three of you are currently with Furia having a rave in front of Growen's Tower. As the bard is just dancing.
As bards should do. Reminder of what time it is.
So at this point, it is probably just about lunchtime. Because you guys got up, you had breakfast, you teleported. And then basically once you got here, you went, spent a little time haggling and taking care of the boat, did a little bit of shopping. So you're probably like midday. You got probably 4 or 5 hours before you really have to start thinking about heading towards the bridge.
Does anyone have something that they need to do? We have time.
Nope.
I forget, are we leaving tonight or tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning.
We're gonna do this meeting tonight and then leave tomorrow morning.
Did we already secure rooms at some place?
I believe someone at some point went and got us rooms, but if not, we can say that we do that.
Sure.
I don't remember if we did. I think we just
Oh
got,
no,
like-
Lydia, no, we got a boat,
Yeah, we got a boat.
Yeah, we got a boat, but we don't have
a
any
river boat, but we don't have anywhere to stay. So why don't we get lunch, get some rooms, or no, we did get room because didn't we? Because Furia was like, I don't want to talk about this on the street. So then we
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
we got rooms.
Yeah.
So we're
Okay.
not in front of the Wizard's Tower. We went and or not the Wizard's Tower. We're not in front of the
Yeah.
tower.
Oh,
We
that's
went
right,
back
you
to a
did,
room to
'cause
finish
she
talking
didn't-
about it.
Right.
Okay.
Wow, we're here at the inn.
Block wipe. Or that.
Lunch, and since it's us three, do you want to try and finish the spell?
Ooh.
Sure.
Do we want to do that in I don't...
Well,
We've had a bad track record.
I forget. Can you make a tiny hut?
I can.
We could do it in the inn in a tiny hut.
Okay. Sure. Why not?
So that if it explodes, it doesn't damage yet another inn.
No, that sounds good. My poor hair.
I don't think this spell will... Well, I mean, I understand that you lean towards magic that makes things explode, but I think that this spell shouldn't ever explode. That doesn't seem like what should happen if it goes wrong.
Art reaches over and knocks on whatever wood surface is nearest.
Or it is like Spencer from iCarly, where things just for some reason catch on fire.
Oh.
Let's do that. Why don't I go get us some food? I'll bring it up so that you can start casting that tiny hut.
Right. Sounds good.
Lydia, how are you feeling about like a little noon wine, or do you just want something to eat?
Just something to nibble on, and I'm not feeling very meaty lately. Maybe a salad.
Okay, I can go light. Sure. Like a caprese salad?
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
Sure, perfect. I'm sure they have that here.
Wonderful.
I'll go and get some food and bring it up.
Okay. It doesn't take you long at all to go down and get everything. Art gets everything set up for the ritual and basically just holds off that couple of moments, giving you time to get back so that you can actually be within the dome as they cast it.
You're like drawing up the whole circle and everything, and there's just like 2 runes that need to be drawn in. Also, this gives a new meaning to a salad being called rabbit food.
Exactly.
Is that why you're not eating me?
Yeah.
Ah!
Wonderful.
That's really cute. I mean, strong and. Mm.
Great, now
can't
we've
wait.
got our own TikTok trend.
I'm just thinking about, like, before your, like, scythe got resized to you, like, it was a little tiny rabbit with, like, a giant scythe.
Yeah. Just walking around with that.
Oh.
Oh, so we have a Furia joining us, so
Yep.
I'm going to be a little sideways for a moment.
Blows the bot up.
So as the 3 of you are heading in to take care of this spell, Lydia, I'm going to start with you. Do me a favor, make a wisdom check for me.
Check. Okay. So that's an 18.
Okay. So Artemis, you can go ahead and make your Arcana check. Again, with Murdoch helping, you do get advantage. And whatever you get, you're going to add a +4 to with Lydia's help.
Okay. Is it +4?
Advantage and then an additional +4 on top of your intelligence.
S- 22.
Okay. It's going to be just a moment. I turned Furia's camera back on and it went sideways too. I love you tonight, Streamlabs. Okay.
We're all doing Carlos.
So, as the 3 of you sort of hunker down, as we said, you've got a couple of hours before you got to worry about meeting this. As the 3 of you start heading into the tiny hut to finish working on your spell, I'm going to actually jump for a second over to Furia as she just got here. So Furia, right now, the 4 of you who were still in the inn, as you guys have about 4 or 5 hours before you have to be at the bridge to meet with this strange individual that you have a package for.
Right.
The 3 members who've been working on this, what they're considering calling a seance spell or whatever it turns into, said, okay, we're going to go up and we're working on this for a little bit. So is there anything you would be doing as they go disappear upstairs into their room in the inn to take another crack at this?
No, I think I'm just going to take a cat nap. Not literally. Just getting ready for the meeting and basically just chilling. Maybe go down to I don't know if this inn has a bar, but maybe just go down there for a couple hours. Anything significant.
Yeah, it has. It's very sort of elementary bar, so nothing overly fancy. But there's definitely an area you can go down, sit, have a couple of drinks if you want to. People watch, whatever you're looking for.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna spend my couple hours.
Okay. So for the 3 of you up within that room is you're all sort of going back and forth. Lydia holding on to her holy symbol. Murdoch and you going through and talking with Art over the finer points of it, and Artemis and doing all the rune crafting and everything into it. You guys actually managed to complete your spell. So I will have a write-up of that for you guys for next week. So as you've gone through everything, it is going to be a ritual spell. So all 3 bard, cleric, and wizard will be able to cast it, as all three of you have been sort of working within this. The one catch to it is a somewhat expensive spell. It requires a diamond of 250 gold or more, which is consumed in the spell.
Right.
But again, that spell will function, similarly to like a sending or a speak to dead, but for the soul. Or the spirit, however you want to phrase it.
For like a certain amount of time, or
Yeah, is it a time limit? Is it an amount of words?
Well, that's something the three of us will, or rather the four of us, will figure out
okay.
afterwards to see which way you guys would have tried to do it more. Were you looking for, you've got a couple of minutes, or you're looking for, 5 questions, open-ended, however. So you've got a little bit of room to play with it. Because you guys have done, you've only had one rough check out of each one you've made for it. The rest of them you guys did extremely well with. So it's going to be, again, it's not a damage spell. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit, can be a little OP.
I think we've got something.
We should probably tell Sarah.
We should. So you're saying that you think diamonds should be what powers this? I guess that makes sense. Diamonds are often used in spells concerning the dead. No. All right. Do we have diamonds? We have gold.
I have 100.
We have lots of
Worth
gold
the
in which to.
So I don't
Ooh.
have like 250 for one per se.
We do have money to procure said diamonds, though.
Right.
That's true. We're just.
And if we
We're
don't
not
find them here, we might be able to go up north further, closer to the mines and the mountains, and maybe we could find something closer there.
Yeah, I heard there was a really nice jewelry store that was in Waterdeep, but unfortunately it was attacked by a boar, so probably not going to be able to get diamonds there.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Yeah, that's. Oof.
I mean, I'm sure there's other jewelry stores, but I don't think that there's going to be one here, unless...
Yeah.
No.
Or at least there's not going to be one that has a diamond worth that much money just out in the marketplace. But, yes, we could tell her. We just need to get the material. Good job, everyone.
Yay!
New magic.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does.
Do we... Murdoch, I know this is also a spell that would be good for you.
Yes. If it is able to work on Sarah's husband, there is a very likely chance we could use it on my mother, or perhaps Snow Moon. Talk with him briefly. It would be something that, as far as I know, has not been done before. A sort of window to places where we normally can't go. At least not without a lot of trouble.
It feels a little bit ironic considering your neck of the woods, as it were.
Well, there is a gray area, the soul would call this home and then they go somewhere else. But it's not calling the spirit away, and it's not going to the place where it resides. It's just, like I said, it's like a window.
Yeah.
So, I think hopefully if this magic were to help people, it would... How do I put it? I think a lot of people would not make very dangerous decisions with creatures that want to exploit them if they knew that they could hear from their loved ones one last time without a catch.
Hmm.
At least I would hope so, because a lot of people will...
When you put it that way, it sounds tragic.
Well, it's about closure. But a lot of people will seek unsavory beings with good intention. That's the heart of it. A lot of people do. Some don't. But I think on the whole, normally it's just because things are hard.
Hmm.
So hopefully this spell could help with that. But diamonds. We need diamonds.
Is our first priority, Albert, then, to get him sorted out?
I think so, because we need to know more about his situation
Right.
so that we can get him out of that jar. Back where he's supposed to be.
Right.
And maybe Sarah will calm down a little bit.
Perhaps. Would be nice.
I'd like to not have to call in every favor that I've earned over the last 40 years, if we could. They only have so many of those.
Although I do feel like getting him out of that little jar does mean that we need to go and grab his original body, which still means bouncing around.
Yeah.
Traipsing through the Feywilds, perhaps? Question mark. I don't know.
Yes, I'm hoping that perhaps he can provide some insight on this person or thing, most likely Fae, that he encountered, and how the situation has ended up as it has.
Mm.
Which will give us some stepping off points. But good work, both of you.
Well, give me a few moments to record the runes and the intricacies that I've put here on the ground before we all step all over it and everything, just so I know that I can for sure do it again.
Yeah, is
Alright.
that
Kinda like-
umlaut right there? On that word, is there umlaut, or is that... No?
No, that's
Okay.
just
That's
there's
dust.
much.
That's dust.
Right. I was confused.
Right.
Okay.
And Art will go around and kind of just like take notes and scurry around and pick up the burnt ends of their candles and everything. Oh yeah, fire safety hazard.
Yeah, and I mean the smoke in the tiny hut.
We're just
Getting
hotboxing
to
ourselves.
Right.
Open the window.
You could. Why not just stay in here and have a sesh?
Man.
The smoke inhalation kills people. This is just regular smoke.
This
If
is
you want to
candle
have a
smoke.
little bit of pipe weed sometime, sure, I'm still hip with that. But
Seance
but not
smoke.
but let's not have candles.
So at the end of this, mechanically speaking for each of you, so Artemis, you will have this in your spell book. Both Murdoch and Lydia, well, basically you'll have, call it like a little prayer book or a little ritual book, however you want to phrase it. You have a little version of this that you carry. It'll, for the two of you, it'll function sort of like a magic item.
Okay.
Or as long as you have that, you can cast the ritual with it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Well, I should say for Murdoch more than, because it's a cleric-based cleric spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can I know how to ritual cast, so it makes sense. Little ritual book. Little recipe.
Yeah.
Thank you, by the way. Very cool new
Yeah.
spell.
So we finally finished. Good job, guys.
Yay!
Definitely be interesting to see how you use it.
I'm gonna bother Snowmoon. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of diamonds, and I'm gonna be like, blah 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 blah.
Next message. Blah, 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 blah,
Blah,
blah,
blah,
blah,
blah,
blah.
blah, blah. You have 4 missed messages.
Delete.
Ouch!
Snowmoon just leaves Murdoch on red.
Yeah. Oh.
He doesn't even have his voicemail box set up. It's just like out hunting.
Gone fishing.
Okay, so yeah, it takes you guys a couple of hours to do that. And I feel bad with Sarah not here, but we're going to jump over to Rose and Sarah. So as Sarah has basically dragged you around, Rose, you've been hitting a couple of different little food stands here and there. Sarah just seems to be a little tense, a little... You can tell that she's a little, not uneasy, but a little on edge. But she's going through, you know, very, for the most part, acting very, very herself. Dragging you over here, oh, try these meat pies, try this. You do, what's your passive perception?
10.
You do catch her once or twice as she's, you know, talking to people, slipping an extra pie into her bag. So it's getting about time, as you guys have been wandering around a little while, that the two of you start getting ready to head back towards the inn. When you hear something in your mind.
Okay.
And it's a voice that you haven't heard in a while, but you do recognize, and it's one that you were advised was out and working on another, basically on another bounty. Now, as you recognize the voice of your old friend Hosen, who you know is the one in charge of hunting for that little human kid. Get a message and
Well, you finally done it? I think we about got ours. We know he's near us. We just ain't found him yet.
All right. Yeah. I think this is the time. I think we can pull it off now.
a couple of minutes goes by and you get another one.
So, where you got her? How are you gonna be to get her back to the mountain?
Well, I mean, our group is headed that way. I think some of our party has found the other one, the human that you're looking for too, right?
You get one more message back.
Yeah. Last time, this is expensive to talk like this. So if they found him, you're here. We need to meet.
Yes.
Where are you staying?
Respond. Yes, we are in Everlund. Our group is in Everlund. And I don't know, DM, what inn our group decided to stay in, but I would relay
I'll be
that.
honest,
since
I don't have a
missed
name
that last
for
week,
it in
but-
front of me right now, so you
Okay.
all know where it is, though.
Yeah, so I
Applebee's.
would relay that. Yeah, I'm at the Applebee's Inn.
You're a filthy bounty hunter that I hate. Ah, I don't know this.
There's gotta be a reason. We have so much money, it can't be for the money. We'll literally buy you whatever you want. Within reason.
Okay, so
Can you buy my body back?
you tried that. They said no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's fine. Fine.
So you don't get another response. But eventually the two of you find your way back to the inn. At this point, you probably got at this point still about 2 more hours before you're supposed to go and meet this individual by the by the bridge. So as the two of you come in, you can see Furia's just sort of seems to be chilling out, relaxing downstairs. As Sarah comes in, looks over, sees Furia, and then just sort of gives you a little pat and goes up and heads up to her room. What would you end up doing?
So are the others at the inn yet, or it was just me and Sarah who had arrived back?
So you and Sarah just arrived, and you see Furia. You do not see Murdoch, Lydia, or...
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'd walk up and join Furia if she was, at the bar or having a meal.
Okay. So eventually, Sarah goes up, chills out in her room for a while. Furia, anything you would be doing as you see, you notice Rose and Sarah arrive. Sarah seems to be heading up to her room for a bit.
You survived.
Yeah, we survived. We're back.
That's good. You didn't cause any problems?
None that were discovered, at least, anyway.
That's the best kind. Well, just a couple more hours before we go to that meeting.
Yeah, I think I might grab an ale and just hang here for a bit until we're ready.
Ale's pretty good here, actually.
Yeah, I'll give it a try, and I'll go to the bar and grab an ale.
Okay. And Murdoch, Lydia, and Art, what would the three of you do as you've completed your work?
ask Murdoch if she's like holding some pipe weed on her and be like, yo, we have to like chill together because that was really cool that we did this together and it was so awesome.
You're asking me if I carry pipe weed on me?
You have a pipe?
I have a little bit, and it's mostly because my knees really hurt.
That's what they all say.
Do you have a pipe?
I could probably procure one.
Fine. We can have a smoke. We can have a smoke.
Alright.
Arthritis sucks.
Art, are you in?
Huh?
Of course, the lawyer has.
As you're saying that there is still a decent cloud of smoke at the top of the tiny hut because Art is still in the room until Art leaves. The tiny hut's there for 8 hours.
Art, get out, walk out of that.
Huh? I feel weird, you guys. I need to get out of
Come,
here.
let's all go outside. We'll have a
I
something.
feel like I have too much oxygen, but not enough at the same time.
I don't think you need some pipe weed then.
My lungs tastes like smoke.
I'm pulling you out of the tiny
Yes.
hut, and I'll open the window of this room and just sort of.
I think I might actually go downstairs and maybe like grab a drink or something like that.
Okay.
Unless you. Okay. I think you guys got this handled in here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, cool.
When your like fire alarm goes off and you get like a book.
Yep.
Tea towel. Tea towel.
Tea towel. Art.
So as the two of them are doing that, Art, as you head downstairs, what you see? Fairy is down there. You can see Rose is over at the bar. Looks like she's getting herself a drink.
I'll scoot over to the bar and just kind of like hang out by Rose, ask for a drink or no, yeah, a big pint.
Okay.
Rose, it looks like you've come back safe and sound mostly. I believe.
Yeah, everything's fine. We're back. No trouble.
That is a surprise.
I mean, we really
coming
didn't have much time to get up to too much trouble, but
That, for Sarah, that this time means nothing.
true enough.
Are you going to come along with us this evening?
Yes, I'll be joining tonight.
Okay, this sounds
Why?
good.
I mean, what? Yeah, I don't have anything else to do. I mean,
No, I keep feeling like a couple of the party members are like, oh yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of like dwarves and we're gonna like fight and stuff and things like that. I'm just like, I'd rather not.
I don't really think that we're going to fight.
I mean,
think we're
if
gonna.
No.
if it comes down
It's
to
like-
that, I mean, I'm always ready. You know
Party
that.
members, like Sarah.
No, I just want to know, cause we know why Sarah is so desirable, but I don't know why this other person is.
I mean, we don't even know who they are, really, do we?
That's true. We just sort of heard a voice. But I mean, it would be good for everybody to be there in case something happens. But we
Mhm.
are not going to make something happen.
I'll be on my best behavior, per
Oh,
usual.
Artemis, dear, you're always on.
Ah,
And also, I mean, if it's all a group of dwarves, it's very possible that they are not going to use common. In which case, I don't understand Dwarvish. I'd love to learn. It's a beautiful language, good script, but I don't know it.
And I'm wondering why everybody thinks that there's dwarves going to be there.
Just
I mean, it's good to be prepared in case something bad happens, but
Yeah, just in case.
I
Guess.
thought this person didn't want to get found by the dwarves.
right, but it's just
in case of a pincer move.
exactly, which could look bad at us. I mean, it wouldn't be our fault, but if they were going to show up and it was going to be bad, then they would show up there and it would be bad. You know what I mean?
Out of all
Not
the
really,
business-
but okay.
Out of all the gin joints in the world.
I don't know, man. We don't have much to do.
I mean,
the
it's
president
Another
of party's not
two
here.
hours.
Well,
We have to roll like that, unfortunately, but
Mm.
I unfortunately can't think of anything else to
Out
that
of,
needs to be discussed.
out of character, I tried messaging her and I haven't gotten anything back, so I'm hoping she's okay.
We'll just kill her.
Wow.
It means her character, not her.
I think we already got a party member trying to do that.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
can
so
feel love.
Should get kidnapped. Again.
eventually, as time slowly moves forward, you guys have about an hour beforehand. Are you planning on just showing up right at the expected time? You getting there early? What's the party's plan for this?
On
Well,
time,
we're
I
supposed
guess.
to meet these people at their spot. I think we should try to be a little bit discreet, but it's not like we're setting an ambush for them, are we?
No?
No,
That
no.
was thunder outside my window. It's good.
I don't think so, but I mean, if you're on time, you're late, so we might as well be like a little bit early.
10 minutes? 10 minutes early?
Yeah. Because if you're any
Oh,
more
okay.
early, then it kind of does feel like a stakeout, and then that. Yeah.
Does
I hate being on time.
did we tell them that we had other party members coming with us? I don't want to spook them all.
We did mention our
Okay.
that our other group had, because I mean I believe we messaged Furia while still talking.
Right.
Yes,
So-
yeah, and I told you I had something for them.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean
Sure.
this could literally just be which by the way, are we still fairly like good about that package? Do we want? I know
Alex
we
said
like
it was
looked into
fine.
it a little bit. Okay.
And it just has to be them that opens it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's not them that opens it, then. Whoopsie daisy, I don't know. So don't touch it, I guess.
Don't open it, yeah.
How are these people expecting you to find this person? By the way, they were running around invisible.
I mean, we
I'm
found
part
them.
of I got hired by a person that hired an organization that I'm part of, and that organization is known for finding people, I guess.
So many organizations.
So they really would just like figure it out.
Yes, they told me where he was and
Oh, okay.
that he'd be hiding.
I had a
Yeah, they
professor
didn't
like
even
that.
tell her whether or not, like, you could touch the box or open the box or anything. Honestly, I feel like that's, like, a little
They
irresponsible.
told me I could put it in a bag of holding. The last box I had, I couldn't put in a bag of holding.
I mean, do we have any idea what's in it, or they just said not to open it?
Because opening it
They
will
never
put a
said not to
spell.
open it.
Oh, we just okay.
I just assumed that I shouldn't.
Yeah, it seems it has some sort of ward on it.
Hmm.
So,
Curiosity did not kill this cat.
This
all right. Get there 10 minutes early, see what happens, and if possible, just hand the box over. Maybe ask a couple questions, get a bigger idea of what the scope is, and then get on a boat tomorrow.
sounds good.
Sounds good.
Make sure that Sarah is not at the front of the group.
Well, I think Lydia should be, because she was the one speaking to him, right?
Right. I can take point.
Okay. So we've got Lydia at the front.
Oh,
How would the rest of you be sort of situated as you're heading down?
followed by Lydia, just because I was also the one to eerily point at the invisible person in the street.
Fair enough.
Followed by Artemis. Following Artemis.
Okay.
Put Sarah in
Which
the
is-
middle.
Yeah,
It's-
I'll go
it's-
behind.
I guess I'd be towards
Sure.
the middle since we're not trying to be too
Short,
aggressive.
tall. Short,
From this
tall.
side. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're short now. I'm sorry that you're short.
When are we getting my box
Alex.
back?
Stilts.
Soon.
Taller than
Tomorrow.
me!
30 seconds from now.
So, as you're all heading towards this area, it takes you probably about 15 minutes to get there. And as you come into this sort of opening that's north of the bridge in Everlund, you can see it's basically I'll call it a very sort of small, very sparse, like farmer's market type atmosphere. There are a couple of just simple, like, two-wheeled carts. They have small awnings on them. A couple of, I don't know what they're actually called, the bars that come out that you can either hitch a horse up to, or two decently strong people can just sort of lift it and wheel it away. You can see that there are some people that are still trying to sell last remnants. There's one that's just to the west of the bridge down by the river that has some small fish and things on it. There's another one that has like fruits and vegetables. Another one has small little, almost, they look like knickknacks. Little pieces of wood that somebody has carved into. Not overly impressive, but, little like characters of, oh, this one looks sort of humanish. This one looks, it's a little thinner, a little taller. Might be elvish. Little things like that they've got put on. But you can see that as it's getting nearer to dinner, a lot of these people are starting to close up their things and get ready to go. You do see that there are a couple of looks to be younger, probably like 7 to 10-year-old kids sitting down on to the side of the bridge, just cheap fishing poles. There's no tossing it into the water, sitting there. Don't seem to be paying much mind to anything. As you arrive, what do the group of you do?
I'll go out in front of everyone and kind of stand in the middle if there's like a little opening there kind of area, and I'll just kind of make myself known, put my palms out, not not like this, but like kind of just like open-handed, showing that I don't have anything to hide kind of thing.
Okay. So what is everyone's passive perception?
19.
12.
18.
10.
16.
Sarah's like somewhere in the middle.
So, as you're all sitting there, a little bit of time goes by, about 10-15 minutes. And Lydia, you do feel a hand brush on your side. And as you're standing near the front of the bridge, it seems like this individual they came from the bridge side.
Okay.
And as they just sort of reach out and try and just keep moving, but you don't see anything.
Okay. I'll just say, I hope everything's okay. We seem to have our party here in case you need help.
And you just, you can hear the voice starting to fade away. Just checking. And you can hear footsteps lead away.
Alright.
Anything that the rest of you would be doing?
Did any of us hear that?
How close are you standing to Lydia? If you're
I kind
right
of
near her,
separated
then you
myself.
would have heard.
You were walking up right behind Lydia.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
probably you heard it. Maybe me.
Yeah.
My perception.
I wouldn't have, because I'd be at the back. Even though I have a high perception.
You have the box, though, correct? I gave it to you back.
Yeah, it would be in my bag of holding at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, and you
So
heard the
do we-
footsteps falling away.
And
I
do
would
we
probably
see...
just... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I would probably just add in like, Evelyn friend has what you Evan had friend has a package for you. And yeah,
You don't get a response back right away. And Rose, what were you about to say?
Yeah, Rose is like she kind of grips the stone in her hand, and she's like looking around. Like, does she see any dwarves or any other, any other individuals kind of
Go ahead and make a
grouped
perception
around
check.
here at all? Okay. An 8.
No.
Okay. Yeah, so she'll just kind of like tensely. She's holding on to her sending stone still, but just kind of
Okay.
looking around.
Then a little bit of time goes by. It's about another 4 or 5 minutes, and Lydia, you again feel that brush on your arm. The voice comes back out. Oh, doesn't seem like there's anyone else here, so it should be okay. And then you watch as an individual starts to appear in front of you.
Right.
And again, you've seen what this, well, you've seen a drawing of this individual from the wanted poster. But now, again, you're looking at a little, so I'm just pulling back up my notes on my little friend here. Okay, so your best guess is not as young as the kids who were fishing, but this is definitely still a very young human. You can see just sort of ruddyish hair, you can tell very expensive, very fine clothing, but it has definitely seen some better days. So you get the impression that this person comes for money, but as your group has been advised, this person's being hunted. Take that for what it is with what they're wearing. It's a sort of like a lightish purple or almost a lavender color that he's wearing. And his hair is, again, sort of short and ruddy looking, but is very light in color. And what all of you saying there as you watch as this individual you can see that he's actually taken, looks to be a ring off of his finger, and thus is starting to appear before you, is his eyes are bandaged. Yep.
Okay. Hello there, sweet child. Is there anything we can do to help you? You seem to be running and in distress, and we just want to reach out and give you a box that my friend has, and perhaps lead you on a different path.
He looks at you a little bit and you said you had a box for me?
Yes, Viria. Viria, can you come over here?
Yeah, I'll slowly, not rushing, make my way up and pull the box out.
Okay.
This was given to her by a friend.
Art would be just scanning around, just making sure nobody's hiding.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Art, can you do your tiny hutch thing again?
I mean, that would be almost more the.
It would be very noticeable.
No, okay. I thought you could make it like reflective or invisible or something like that, but
No,
People
I mean, I
wouldn't
could
be
make
able
it
to walk
reflective.
through it.
okay.
Yes, you could sort
17.
of camo it and make it look like the color of the ground or the wall behind
Okay.
it. But if
Okay.
someone walks into it, it's
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, what was your perception check?
17.
Oh, okay. Let me just check here on. Okay. So as you've got your head on a swivel, as you know, Murdoch's up, sort of looking at this individual is appearing. Fury has been called up, and you start putting your head on a swivel. You notice coming from the northeast that there are two individuals that seem to be walking towards the bridge. Short in stature, very stocky. Hooded robes, dragging a little on the ground. Rope belt tied around them, arms folded in. They look like acolytes. But they're very short and broad.
Art would sidle up along Lydia, and as Furia like comes forward, be like, "Let's hurry this up," and kind of like gesture, just like their head over to those people.
Hurry it up. I don't
I'm
know if we can.
I'm crouching down and handing the box to the boy. Only you can open this.
Okay. So he reaches out and he takes it and just sort of looks at it for a moment. And again, you have that strange sort of sensation is you can tell that this individual, I mean, as I said, their eyes are bandaged, so it's completely like a blindfold. He looks down, looks at it, and then looks back up at you. Who's it from? What is it? I don't understand.
I'm told it is from somebody that wants to help protect you. And they paid me quite a lot of gold to get it to you.
He looks down at it again. And then looks up at the group of you. Artemis, as you've had your head on the swivel, you notice these individuals are getting closer.
Guys, we
Yeah.
might have issues.
Yeah, do I see these individuals or recognize them?
If Art's called out and told to the group, any of you would be able to notice. They are heavily robed, so
Okay.
you can't really see their face.
How many of them did you say?
You see two of them right now.
Two. How
But as they're
far?
getting closer, you can also see the. They do have what looks to be a religious symbol hanging on the front of them.
How far away?
Maybe 50, 60 feet at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys, why don't you just make sure everything's okay here? I just gotta get my steps in where I can, so I'm going to, take my cane, and I'm going to walk, not as if walking, directly, towards them, if there's like a turn or something that I can eventually make. I want to walk past them in a way that looks like I'm going somewhere else. Would I be able to do that?
Yeah, easy enough. I mean, you guys are pretty much right basically right north of the bridge at this point. So,
Okay.
if you're looking, if you're in roll 20, you can see that sort of wide open area in front of the bridge is this market area. So as they're coming down towards you, it looks like they're heading towards the bridge. You guys just happen to be standing in front of it. So you could start walking north and pass within, 5, 10, 20 feet, however close you want to get. as you're heading north, deeper into the city.
Okay. I would like to pass them, and when I pass them, I would like to just sort of say, without stopping walking, I'm going to pass by and say, could be a very busy night tonight. And I'm going to put one of my, what are they called? My words, my little debuff on them. I'm
Okay.
forgetting what my unsettling words on one of them. But then I keep walking. And then when I'm a little bit further, maybe about 15 feet past, then I will attempt to cast a suggestion spell on that same individual.
Okay. So, just gonna see which one of the two. Okay, so
Let me roll.
that one.
Let me roll a d10 for the debuff. So 4 for the debuff. 17 wisdom save.
Just a second and see. Okay, so he could. Yeah, he could technically make it. So. Realistically, I don't think he will, but. Oh, he went the exact opposite. That is a nat 1. So that is a -1.
Alright. My suggestion spell is going to say, now those people over there look like they could be quite dangerous. I would suggest that you convince your friend to hold off and wait for maybe even upwards of an hour and make sure that all of those people are gone before you think about doing what you're going to do.
Okay. Do me a favor, roll a d20.
Is this any kind of ability check, or is it just...
No, this is just straight chance roll.
18.
Okay. So as you say that, and he looks, and those of you who, so like Art and Rose, you had been watching this, you can see that one of the two arm comes out and reaches over and grabs the other one. And there are some very hushed words going back and forth between them. You can see the one that reached out and grabbed him seems to be very adamant about something. And Rose, at this distance, you can make out they are in fact speaking Dwarvish.
Okay.
You're picking up like an odd syllable here and there. You're not close enough and they're not being loud enough for you to make out the conversation.
Okay.
But you can tell that basically one of them is basically grabbed onto the other, and the one who has been grabbed sounds pissed.
So Rose is gonna squeeze her sending stone again. Hosum, is this you? Are they with you? If they're hesitating, tell them not to. This is our chance.
Okay. Couple of moments goes by, and you do get a response back. Yes, they were supposed to just walk past, but something seems to have spooked one of them. I wonder if it was the old woman, but it's neither here nor there. The rest of us are around.
All right. Yes, I think it was one of my party members that did that.
Well,
but
the sending
this...
stone only works once, so they're not.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So all you were told is that the rest are around.
I send a message spell back towards Artemis and say, hopefully bought you a little bit of time. I'm gonna see if there's somewhere I can loop around. And I'm gonna leave, essentially, so I don't look weird.
No worries. So
Will
as
be like-
Murdoch continues to walk away, the rest of you have given this box Art, Furia, Lydia, anything else you would be doing as you're talking with this individual here?
Just trying to assuage their fears. Assuage, one of those words that I read, but I don't know how to say.
Assuade?
Assuage?
Assuade?
Swoosh?
Like persuade?
No, upstage is correct, I believe.
Yeah,
Okay.
assuage. Okay, assuage their fears. This person's fears, the child fears about, like, trusting us, like, trying to just be like, it's okay, you can trust us, we'll be fine, we'll get out of this, and you'll be scot-free.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh, dear.
Yeah,
Well.
and saying that though, we should probably hurry this up, and he should be on his way.
Not if
I
he's in
agree with
trouble.
Art. Well, we are in a very exposed place that anybody can come up at any time, so the faster we protect this person, the better.
So,
Sorry,
put your,
talking about you and you're standing right there.
put your ring on and be on your way and get out of here. Skedaddle.
All of you, as you're saying that, you hear the clanking of armor.
I hate this.
But you don't see anyone. It reminds you of hearing Lydia walking around in her plate mail. Just a little ching, 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 ching. The armor and the metal and her shield.
Oh boy. Art will pop a detect magic.
Okay. And how long does it take you to cast that? Did you have it prepared so it's just an action to cast it?
I can do that a specific many times a day with that dragon orb
with
of
the orb.
mine.
I keep forgetting you have it with the orb. Okay.
Orbs!
So as you reach in and that you are and concentrate for a moment to cast your spell, you see on the bridge coming up to Lydia a little glowing humanoid with two arms reached up like this.
Oh! Oh boy. Alright. They are just going to just hand out and firebolt.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll. It is not at disadvantage because you can see the glowing beacon.
What am I? There I am. $18?
18 misses.
Oh my gosh.
And as you fire off your spell, at that same moment, Rose, you would recognize as this individual curses in Dwarvish. As
Okay.
this, I am going to call a straight roll. I'm not going to give this individual advantage on you, Lydia, because obviously Art just fired off a firebolt, so you know something's there. You're no longer unawares. And he misses. as just goes to swing, and all of you watch as the invisibility starts to fade as this small, heavily armored individual with a hammer and just starts swinging down towards Lydian as the fireball goes off, just dodges out to the side a little bit and just whiffs wide.
We have issues.
And as that happens, before we roll initiative, that's where we're going to take our break this evening.
Oh no.
So we will be back
even
in just a
notice
few
the
moments,
time.
folks.
Is it break time already?
It
It's
is.
just about...
Yeah.
How? How
I
did we
know.
do that?
It's a couple minutes earlier than we would normally go, but things are going to pick up, so
Yeah.
I figure this is the best spot for us to do it. So we'll be back in just a few moments, folks. Don't go anywhere, as things are going to get interesting. as our wizard is drinking the Lysol.
Oh. I just
He said,
I did just.
I need you all to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
are things that bad, Art?
Oh, so good. Cleans you out. It's not actually Lysol, people. It's actually energy drinks. Makes your heart go even faster.
Then you
Just as
see
good.
the strange dwarf with a hammer try to club your new bunny rabbit friend in the face.
Yeah.
Oof.
Let him.
Wow! No!
No, I got Death Ward. Oh, it might have faded off by now. That's fine.
Okay,
What?
anyone 20 and above?
21.
Okay, so
Ah.
we got Sarah at the top of the order,
Okay.
then Furia. Okay, 15 to 20.
With my new initiative, I have a 19.
Hey, there we go. We then have...
16.
Okay, we got...
Oh. I can just tell by looking at ink that it's bad.
No!
No.
It's not that bad.
Murdoch's usually at one end or the other end. It's,
Yeah,
they're-
yeah.
they're
I'm
not
not
in the
normally
middle.
in the middle.
Sorry,
No.
Art, what did you say you had? You were 16?
Yep.
Okay. What do we have? Okay, 10 to 15?
Yeah, 13 for Rose.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
Furia, what do you have?
I had a 21.
Oh, wait, that's right. So one. Oh, I do have everybody. Wow, I'm awake. Okay. Okay, so that is going to bring us... We're going to get our music here. This is much too... not stabby enough. Okay. So that brings us to the top of the order and Sarah. So currently Sarah is a little bit behind basically everyone except for Murdoch. She's back standing beside Rose. She can sort of see this heavily armored individual that just took a swing at Lydia. Are we thinking, would she fire off a shot?
I think she would.
Okay.
My Lydia!
Aww.
Okay, pull this up. Okay, and I'm going to send this to roll 20. Guess it is her character. Really? Or the attack roll, not the... Again. Ah, there. Oh, Jesus.
Ooh. Okay.
Rolled twice. Why is everything I click rolling twice? She doesn't have advantage on it, so it's a 13, so she does miss. So she's going to stay where she is then. That brings us over to our next individual, who is going to... Coming out from underneath the bridge, you hear the two kids who have been sitting there fishing give a little bit of a start as somebody comes charging out from under the bridge and proceeds to throw 2 daggers at Artemis.
It's been a pleasure, boys.
Wow.
New 2 days. Oh.
So that's an 11 and an 11.
Haha, JK!
As just sort of comes running around and just slips a little bit, seeing the 2 kids there. And that'll bring us to Furia.
All right. What has this boy done with the box that I just gave him? Is he
At the
still just
moment,
holding
he's
it?
just sort of holding it and looking at it. And now that all of a sudden Artemis just threw a firebolt over his head, he ducked down a little bit, is looking around, seems a little panicked.
I'm going to continue looking at him as I sort of crouch down to give him the box. Listen, you need to focus. You need to either put on that fancy ring of yours and get out of here and open the box somewhere else, or you need to open the box now, as I don't know how well we can defend you, but we're doing our best. And I'm just going to... I'm not sure what the range is, but I can do a produce flame. I think it's only like 30 feet for produce flame, though. 30 or 60 feet.
Yeah, you'd be able to reach, you're within range of both of these individuals.
Okay, so I will toss one
I
that's
should say the
been
2
tossed
here,
at
you're
before.
not near the 2 that Murdoch was dealing with.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll toss a produce flame at the one on the left.
Well, there's one on the bridge and there's one coming up beside.
Out of the water?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll toss the one on the bridge.
Okay, so go ahead and make an attack roll.
That is a 11. Wow.
He's going to miss as well. As it's just a little
Guess
hard
so.
right now as you're trying to avoid this young kid. Lydia's there. She's got one of these big floppy ears.
I don't want to hit those. Yeah, no fire on those.
Nope.
So yeah, I'm gonna like just toss it, and like you need to act.
Okay. So that will bring us over to the individual who Murdoch cast suggestion on. And he has not been attacked. None of his friends have been injured. So he is still arguing with this other individual and thinking it is a damn good idea to get out of Dodge. He is going to try to pick this individual up and start running away from the crazy people that have just started a fight. And he does manage to pick up his quote-unquote friend, who, now that things are kicked off, Rose, you can hear this person is now furiously cursing in Dwarvish. And is basically just sort of pounding on this person as he has now picked him up. And he's at half movement, and he starts going 15 feet back up sort of towards you. And our Sarah has ribboned.
Hi, you're in a fight.
So, folks at home, forgive us, give us just a minute. I just want to fill Sarah in a little bit so we don't throw too much at her out of the blue. Sarah, so the party has met with the young boy. He made his loop around, checked things out, felt it was safe, appeared before the group. The group has handed him the box that Fury had for him. You have 2 stolen meat pies. You went out with Rose for meat pies. You're a thief. Yes, you stole some. We know how Sarah is.
You didn't get caught.
You didn't get caught. But as this was going on, the group noticed a couple of what looked to be religious acolytes starting to come towards the bridge. They were short and stocky. The party got a little uncomfortable thinking they might be the dwarves. They heard some armor. Artemis cast Detect Magic and saw a very stout little glowing beacon sneaking up behind Lydia with two hands up like this, getting ready to do something. And a battle has started. We had you take a pot shot at the guy who tried to crush Lydia and missed. And with that, saying as he starts heading back towards Murdoch, that brings us to Lydia.
I'm going to turn to the boy as well and be like, be secretive, be safe. We can message you later. Go. And I would cast Death Ward on him now.
Okay. And then staying where you are?
Yeah, I'll reach out, get my scythe, and like, you know, kind of face the guy that was behind me, trying to swing at me.
Okay. As you turn to face this individual, you actually come to notice something. This individual, while as you're looking at them, is very dark-skinned. Their skin is a deep, almost like purplish gray color. As you turn in there, visible now, dark black metal armor. This massive hammer that's wielding in one hand. A shield that is currently sort of leaning to the side as he's righting himself back up. Stands almost shoulder high to him. Is facing you at this point.
Alright.
And that will bring us over to Artemis.
Okay, cool. So dude is still in front of Lydia.
He's in front of Lydia. She's probably about 10 feet away from you. About 5 to... Yeah, just about 5 feet away from this young boy.
Okay. Oh boy. I don't want to go. I don't want to do. Oh boy. Uh-huh.
I'm a little more dexterous now, if that helps.
I mean, I'm just thinking how badly I want to light up this whole bridge.
I was gonna flood it, so I feel.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're gonna do that,
No,
then,
you can light it on fire. Go for it.
No, that's exactly what I was gonna.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
On fire! Put the fire out!
No, you. Go.
All right, cool. Going to probably back up about 10 feet,
Okay.
and then kind of who's in front of me? 1, 2, 3 people. Good, great. And cast Fireball.
Okay. That is not going to go well for this guy.
Are me and the child in it art?
The child, yes, but no, because of Evocation Wizard.
Okay, thank you.
Grogu?
Thank you.
The child, Grogu!
Grogu?
Yeah, so that's going to
Okay.
fail that saving throw.
Child.
That's
Okay,
8.
cool. Dope. Got 30 damage.
Holy.
Wow.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Our party is safe. You'll be great.
Murdoch turning and just.
Murdoch slowly walking away from an explosion.
I got the
Slow
sunglass.
motion. Yeah.
Okay. So that brings us over to another individual who, let me just check them real quick here. That's touch, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. 30 feet. Okay. So, does anyone besides Rose speak Dwarvish? Okay. Rose, you hear a voice call out, and you recognize the voice as Hosum,
Okay.
and you can hear blessings of Moradin be with you. And as you hear that, you have now been blessed. And that is going to end his go as all of you now see another dwarven individual trying to charge across the bridge. This one wearing, again, very like steel, very cold gray plate mail with a large image of a hammer and anvil embossed on the breastplate. That's going to end his go and bring us to Rose.
So Rose is gonna find Sarah and just turn to her. Sarah, I'm sorry. This was never personal. And she'll walk out towards the front of the pack and like, I'm with Hosum. This is her. Do it now. Do it now.
Okay. So that would be your free action, or are you taking any action?
No, she'll end her turn there.
Okay. So as you watch as Rose takes a couple of steps away, calling out to these other dwarves. And then you can see Murdoch as you've turned around. Again, the guy who's getting carried away is still just sounds furious.
Was that in Dwarvish? Did we understand it?
Would you have yelled that in Dwarvish or in Common?
No, that was in common.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. So yeah, Sarah is gone
Flipping.
Technicolor. She is so upset at Rose right now.
I'm just furious right now. I'm a green screen.
That was what?
Yes, so all of you just heard as Rose has walked forward, yelled this out in Common, and then has turned back, basically is towards the front of the bridge, right up near you, Lydia, and is now turned back to face the group of you. And that's going to bring us to Murdoch.
It's me already?
Yeah.
I was still thinking. Oh God. Okay. How far away am I?
From your group, about 60 feet. From the two dwarves, the one on the bridge and the one coming out of the river, about 70 feet. And then to the guy running across the bridge, about 80 feet.
Okay. Status of has the child acted yet?
He seemed to sort of hem and haw a little bit and was taking in what everyone was saying. He's moved
Right.
a little bit away, but at the same point you get the, well, those of you closer would notice that he's aware that he is right next to somebody who has a rather large hammer, and he seems to be just a little unsure of what to do right now. It seems like he's more taking his lead from the group of you.
Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. Well, the simple thing is going to be, I'm going to move 30 feet towards my party.
Okay.
So that I'm 30 feet away from them.
No.
I'm going to give... Who do I need to perform well?
Rose.
I'm going to give...
Oh no.
Sarah, I'm going to give Sarah some bardic inspiration.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Whenever I'm not green screened.
Maybe unplug your webcam and plug it back in. And then,
I'm just bobbing around here.
oh my god. I will, I'll throw a tester out there. You said that they do have a big old symbol on their chest that's a holy symbol?
Yep.
On their armor? Okay, the one that started to run in... I don't think I know that anyone's concentrating on a spell, but just in case, I'll try and throw a psychic lance at that one.
Okay.
So that's an intelligence saving throw.
Let's see here.
And I think since this is finally a long distance one, I take my cane and I like tap it against my head and I seem to pull the energy out, and then I literally like throw it like a spear.
That's an 18, I think is going to be that.
With a minus too. Yeah.
And 19 on the die.
Okay, still half damage.
Okay.
So half of 23, 11.
Okay.
11 psychic damage. That's a 4th level spell slot,
Oh
man.
no.
Okay.
That brings us to the end of you, and that brings us to the guy who is currently getting carried away. He is going to try to escape his friend. And he does not manage to. So he just wasted his turn trying to get out. And that is going to bring us over to the individual who is right next to Lydia. Now standing beside Rose. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So as you watch as this individual looks up at you a little bit, Lydia, she just sort of and all of a sudden you watch as he just starts to swell. As he goes from being 3.5 feet tall to over 6 feet tall. And just looks and swings his hammer down. And he can actually make a multi-attack.
Great.
So he is going to take all 3 attacks at you. As
Not again.
he wants
She just
to,
got this
It's
body.
fine.
He doesn't want to injure the merchandise.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's gonna hit. Where's the hammer? Okay, so that's a 16.
Nope.
to say 14. Oh, that one might... 17?
No.
Okay. So he took 3 swipes at you and missed every time.
It's
And then
bouncing around.
is going to point and look and yell something out in Dwarvish. And as he yells it out, he points at the guy coming out of the river, the guy behind him, and at Rose. And basically, he is yelling out instructions to attack. So it now allows you to utilize your reaction to make an attack should you choose to. The individual coming up the river is going to throw another knife up at Artemis.
Rude.
And miss again with a 12. Okay, come on. Give me some. You're going to have something decent for you in the back. Sorry, folks. I'm just going to check. There it is. Okay. So this guy is going to... Actually, just make sure it doesn't specify... Yep, one weapon attack. Okay. So this guy's going to fire off a bolt. This one is going at Furia. Jesus. No, I'm putting you away. That is a 4.
Nope, sorry.
And Rose, you making a swing?
Yes.
Okay, from where you are standing, you've got a 5-foot reach, so you'd be within range of Lydia at this point, because you moved up to be in the front.
Okay. Yeah, she will swing.
Okay.
To Rosie.
Ew.
Ooh, that's
Rose.
a 19 on the
Rose.
die.
19 on the die.
19 on the
Yeah,
die, that definitely
but,
hit.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and roll some damage.
And I'm gonna use Wrath of the Storm.
Okay.
You have to make a dex saving throw too, Rose.
Okay. That's 6.
You take... Ooh. 12 points of lightning damage, and you are pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay.
Okay, Rose, do me a favor. Make another dex save.
All right. And that was how much lightning damage did you say?
12.
12. Okay.
And then you gotta deal damage to me, so... Let me know.
That's a 12 on the dex save.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage as you hit Lydia.
12.
Okay, so Lydia, you take 12 points of damage.
Okay. Ouch.
Okay.
Rose, what are you doing?
So as you're saying that, as she carves in, and this burst of electricity slams into Rose, as it knocks her back, she actually hits the corner of the bridge and sort of tumbles back. And you watch as Rose Rose falls prone 10 feet away from you, as just sort of stumbled over where the railing had met the end here. That's going to end the Dark Dwarf's turn and bring us to the top of the order with Sarah.
How close is Rose from me?
At this point, probably about 10 feet. She's currently laying prone. Actually, probably about 15 feet, actually, because she moved a little bit.
Okay. I I don't know what to do. I would like to run. I don't know what to do. Crap.
There's other people than her if you want to attack, but
I
you're
feel
not
like
sure
you would
about
yell at
attacking her.
Rose.
I want revenge.
Well, you can go stab her for advantage and sneak attack.
Oh, that sounds so good.
I think Rose is about to get a knife in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm running up to Rose, and I would like to punch her
Oh,
in the face.
Not stab, punch.
Punch.
Okay. I don't believe that will qualify for sneak attack because it is a strength-based attack. If I remember, sneak attack requires
Finesse or range weapon.
yeah, and your fist is not finesse or ranged.
That's fine.
Okay.
I want to see if I can knock some sense into her.
Okay, you do have advantage, so go ahead and roll.
Okay. I rolled a nat 1.
Twice.
Oh, twice?
You have advantage, so you roll 2d20
Oh.
and you take the better.
Oh, thank God. Okay, 16?
Okay. So that's 16 hit your Rose? I think your
Yes.
armor's a 14, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Okay.
so
I would. Yeah, I'm gonna go right up to her, punch her in the face, and go, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?"
All right, I deserve that.
So that is 1 point of damage to Rose. Okay.
And some emotional damage.
Yeah.
That brings us over to this individual now, who is going to finish coming up the side bank, and is seeing Furia and Art right there, and can actually make multiple attacks. So he is going to let fate decide here. Okay, we get one attack goes to Artemis. The second attack goes to Artemis. Okay. So, okay, that one's actually going to hit. So that is a 21 to hit.
Is it hitting me?
No, they're both
That
rolling at
definitely-
Art.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh dear.
And the second one is a 10.
Okay, well, the first one.
I apparently need some new dice this evening.
It's fine. No worried.
Okay, and that is going to be a total of 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
sorry, 4 points of slashing damage as he swipes down into you. And that is going to end his turn and bring us to Furia.
Quick question. Would I have been able to take a short rest while I was chilling in the bar? Would that
Oh, yeah,
have counted?
It was
All right.
hours.
Okay, that's what I hoped. I'm going to back away a little bit from my friends, just in case. And I'm going to turn into a fire elemental using my wild shape.
Okay.
Well, before I do that, I'm going to say to the little kid, don't be afraid, it's just me. I can do this, it's really cool, watch. And then I'm going to do that, because once I'm in fire form, I can't speak anything but Ignean. So, I could do that with a bonus action. Where's the closest dwarf, other than Rose at the moment? I'm going to head toward
Other than
them.
Rose is the guy who just took a swipe at Art.
I'm going to head over to that guy and do multi-tack touch attack.
Okay.
First is a 12. And
First one's gonna miss.
second one is a 19.
That'll hit.
All right. That's 10 fire damage. And I'm assuming they're a creature. They're now on fire.
I think we'll qualify a dwarf as a creature. Yeah.
So they take 1d10 fire damage at the start of each of its turns unless somebody puts them out.
Okay. So just remind me. He actually goes right before you. So just remind me. As
Okay.
realistically, there's no one right next to him, and the guy who just blew himself up and is trying to splatter rabbit all over the ground isn't going to be bothered trying to put him out.
Yep, that is my turn.
So that brings us over to our friendly acolyte, who is still dragging his friend away, another 15 feet away. And that brings us to Lydia.
Oh, sorry. Lydia's going to call lightning from the
Okay.
sky. Call some lightning. Got an elemental already, Murdoch. Don't rub your head at me.
Murdoch's just sitting there.
It's not you, I'm thinking.
They blowing up the bridge. Now their people are on fire.
We're in a town. We're in the middle of a town.
Yeah, but
I know. I'm just thinking.
It's kind of hard to put a fire elemental in jail. I'm just saying.
Burning down the jail.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm going to call lightning down on the one that's throwing knives at Art.
Okay.
Oh wait, I got one next to me. I'm gonna do that one.
Okay.
I forgot. Okay, I'm gonna do that one. So that's like 5 foot. Yeah, point. Must be good dex saving throw.
Okay. You said you're calling it down right on him?
Mhm.
Okay. So he is going to fail.
Okay.
I need you to make a dexterity throw,
Oh no!
as you're within 5 feet of him.
Oh, I am within 5 feet of him. I should have known that. Oh, I got a nat 20, so that's good.
It's half damage.
Yeah.
He, on the other hand, is not getting half damage.
Can you trigger your own retaliation by taking damage from yourself?
Wait, can I do a thing? Can I jump 20 feet without poking attacks of opportunity in the air as bonus action first?
Sure.
Boing.
Rabbit hop. Rabbit hop, my new special feature, rabbit hop. Thank you,
And
rabbit hop.
as you all watch, as Lydia jumps into the air and then the hands of this bolt of lightning crashes onto this individual.
Alright. So it's. Ooh,
So I will
I
say,
rolled
jumping out of the
really
way,
well.
you will not take any damage.
23 lightning damage.
Okay, as he actually gets knocked down to one knee. He looks rough. I'd say bleeding, but he hasn't been cut. He's been exploded
Yeah.
and struck by lightning.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, he's not looking good.
Okay. End turn.
Okay, so that's going to bring us to Artemis.
So, dude in front was knocked down to one knee, yeah?
Yep, he's looking pretty rough. I mean, even on one knee, he's still standing over 5 feet tall at this point, but...
It's okay. Some of my friends are quite tall. I'm not scared of you. I'm going to double up on the fire here. Probably just a fire bolt.
Okay.
Yeah. Just chucking it his way.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
Ooh. 22.
That'll hit.
Nice. 17.
Oh.
You're muted.
Thank you. Yeah, he is now smoldering as well, but he's still on one knee. He looks like he could go over at any moment.
Are you kidding me? Ah!
He's a tanky boy.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to end his go, and that will bring us to our young boy.
Okay, so this dwarf that has been holding me, do I see, like, does he have any of his allies within range of him?
No, the one who's been harrowing you, the guy who's now on fire? Nope.
Yeah. So none of his allies within range of him?
No.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to turn around to the individual that has been holding me and cast Poison Spray.
Okay. So that, I believe, is a dexterity save, right?
That is a con save.
Did you just switch characters in the middle of a combat round?
Okay,
Yes.
that is going to fail. That's a nat 1.
Okay,
Heck.
so that is 2d12 poison damage.
Okay, so go ahead and roll some damage.
I think that's just a straight 2d12 damage, right? I don't...
Right,
Make a roll.
for cantrips, it's just a straight 2d12.
Yeah. And with that, this young individual is going to try to, like, you know, run from the dwarves and join this new party here, holding on to the box still. It's not open. Just like, please, please keep me away from them. He captured me and my sister. Please, just get me away from them.
Okay, and I'm sorry, how much damage did you roll?
2d12.
Right, so roll the damage. You rolled two 12-sided die.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You need to know what you did.
This is fascinating. I've never seen this happen before.
11
Okay.
points of poison damage.
With that, as this young boy puts a little bit more space between the now burning poison, dripping with poison individual. That brings us over to Rose's friend Hosum, who's going to charge up to his friend, who is currently on one knee. And he is going to start muttering another incantation. And cast a spell on him. Okay. Sorry, what save? 4. Okay. As you watch as he comes running over and comes up right behind the individual, just sort of lays his hand on his back, and you watch as this radiant energy starts to spread across this individual's back. That's going to end his go and bring us over to Rose, who has currently got a Sarah on top of her. So Rose is actually going to repay the favor and is going to try to punch Sarah twice. First one at... Really gotta find another die. That's another nat 1.
Yay!
Okay, so first one misses. Second one is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So as Rose slams into you, so that is actually going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
And then she is going to use half her movement to stand up. That's going to end Rose's go and bring us to Murdoch.
I'll move 30 feet and get nice and snuggled into the party. And she is just she's waving her cane around. She's like, "What in the 9 hells is going on?"
See this giant, massive fire turn around and like, you don't understand what they're saying, but who said you speak Ignian? I don't know.
I was going to ask Furia, is this killing? You
Yeah,
know what?
I'm a giant thing of fire.
Oh, that answers my question. I don't kill people. How many dwarves are on the bridge?
So 2 are currently on the bridge. Rose
Yeah.
is standing right next to the bridge, and there is another dwarf on fire on the other side of the bridge.
All right. So what is their distance in relation to each other?
So basically the 2 that are on the bridge are literally next to each other. There's
Next
the
to each
giant
other.
one in front and the little one's right behind him. Rose is about 10 feet to the right. The other guy is 10 feet to the left. So basically you can
Alright.
hit all of them. All of them are within like 20, 25 feet of each other.
Or a 10-foot radius?
10-foot radius, yes.
Okay. Because I need time to think. So... And I don't kill people until until I understand what the hell is going on. Suggestion is going to break.
Okay.
Because I'm going to, wave my cane. I'm using it more like a wand at this point, and I'm going to swirl it. And I'm going to take all 4 of the dwarves, into a wall of force dome.
Okay.
I'm just gonna suck them up into a bubble.
Real quick, if you do that, you will be capturing Lydia as well, as she is directly in front of the large dwarf. It's a 10-foot radius.
I guess I can move it behind. I can move it behind and to the side and leave 1 dwarf out of it and save Lydia, because I can choose which side she gets on. I'm going to move it back into the side
Okay.
so that it comes in from an angle, and I'm going to suck everybody up except Rose.
Okay.
Her eyes flash white, there's a kick up of wind, and I probably suck up some of the water too, and it's just... Because I'll make it slightly in the air, like I've done before, so that it pierces kind of through their midsection, and then I get to decide which side they go on, and I'm gonna suck them up into the air into a bubble.
Okay.
And I'm going to point at Rose, and I'm going to say, "You! Explain!"
Okay. So as that ends Murdoch's turn, that brings us to our second acolyte, who was getting carried away, but suggestion is now broken. So he sort of looks, he finally manages to get free, and now starts charging back towards the battle. Is only still probably about 40 feet away from everybody using his full movement, so that's going to end his go. That's going to bring us to... Oh. Oh. How does Wall of Force in that... Because one of the dwarves is large. Can Wall of Force grab a large creature?
Yep. I can grab any size creature as long as they fit inside.
Okay, so that's going to bring us to this one, so... Okay. So... It's going to... something? Of course I rolled the one that I can't see. Sorry folks, give me a second. I'm gonna have my flashlight on, I grab the commemorative die, and hey, that's what I wanted. Okay. So as you watch, the giant dwarf vanishes. And that's going to end his go, and that brings us back to the top, and Sarah.
Oh. Okay, I got punched in the face. Rose is now in like a bubble.
Nope, is
Rose is
standing.
the only one not bubbled.
Okay.
Yep, stood up and is just standing beside you now after punching you and fists up.
I'm gonna pull out my knife. And we trusted you. This is what you do. I'm gonna go in first. I'm gonna go for the legs.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit? Probably not.
Nope. 12 does not.
Okay. I scream in frustration.
And you can see almost a little smirk plays on Rose's face.
Can I stab her again?
Not yet.
Damn it!
That is going to bring us to the other dwarf who is currently on fire. So do me a favor, Fury. Go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
I have to remember my speed is
Nice,
40
that's a-
feet. with
That's
this
a
array.
10.
Ooh.
10 more fire damage.
Okay, he is not looking that well either. Let's see, what can he do that's fun here?
Is the one that's on fire one of the ones in the bubble now?
Oh, that's right, he is in the bubble.
So now they're getting hotboxed.
Yeah, so he is actually, as he can't get out of the bubble, he is going to use his action to put himself out. That's going to end his go and bring us to Furia.
I'm going to... How far can I move? I can move 50 feet, and I'm going to move towards Rose. And stand as close as possible without burning Sarah. And
Basically, Sarah's on one side of Rose, so you could come up literally right up next to Rose without harming Sarah.
okay, I just don't want to fall in the water because that would be bad for a fire being. And I would like to hold an action to move into Rose's space. Sorry, yeah, Rose's space. If they attack any of my party members.
Oh, okay.
Because that will do a bit of damage.
Okay. So if you're holding that action, that brings us to our other friendly acolyte who had been carrying his friend, is now sprinting back towards the battle as well. And then that brings us over to Lydia.
So, is there one that I can see that's not in the bubble?
Rose.
That's okay. I can see the ones heading back towards us, though.
Yeah, if you turn and look behind you, you can see they're still probably about 30, 40 feet away, but...
Alright. I will, say,
sorry?
Rose, you better explain yourself. I don't want to hurt you still. And I will call lightning down on, one of them running towards us.
Okay. Pick a number, 1 or 2.
2.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage. And they're going to make a dex save.
12. Wait, no, 3. 20.
I didn't get my shield proficiency from you yet. Ah!
Yeah, so, dex save?
Yep, then what's your DC?
17.
17? Fails.
Okay, so it takes 21 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And I'm actually gonna make this one push, them 10 feet back too.
As the lightning bolt strikes in front of him and it pushes body parts back.
Oh!
You more than doubled their total hit points.
They're squishy! Okay. That's it.
Okay. That brings us over to Art.
So if I turn about face, there's still that other person.
Yep, there is one
The
more
other-
acolyte who
other-
is all of a sudden seems to be slowing a little bit as they just watched their friend explode.
The suggestion
Joke's on
was
you! You're
a good
next!
suggestion.
If it was
and,
true, we are dangerous people.
Yeah.
We're going to... Yup. Do another fireball.
At that one individual.
Yep.
Okay. So that's a dexterity save.
That's...
Art's mad.
Fireball for one person.
Art's mad.
That's a 3.
Oh.
That sucks.
Art's like, I need the bodies to not be identified.
27.
You all watch as there's just this massive explosion and then nothing.
Huh.
Literally nothing.
Fire and lightning.
Let's take care of
Very,
that.
very frightening.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt.
And they turn back
Galileo.
towards Rose
Galileo.
Galileo for girl.
and smile.
Oh.
It's a strange smile on the fire elemental as well, but you're not really sure. It's a little hard to tell.
And that's it. All of the other people are still up in that orb.
Yep.
Except for the one that disappeared.
Big one disappeared, but may have just gone invisible and is trying to make it seem like they've teleported, or they may be teleported. Surprised that don't see them then.
And that brings us over to our young friend again.
So I see these individuals in this orb. Do I know like whether or not spells would be effective if I tried to,
Go ahead
target
and
somebody
make,
inside?
I'll say make a free arcana check.
Okay. Oh boy, that's a 3.
You're not sure.
Okay.
It looks like they're held in a bubble.
All right. He will try to, and it's what? Is there how many? Who do I see in there? Is it just?
Currently,
Dwarves,
you
or-
see two. You see 2 individuals in there.
Okay.
There used to be 3, but one of them is apparently gone. And then there's another dwarf over that's currently sandwiched between a very angry-looking old woman and a creature made out of fire.
Which one is more scary? Probably the old lady.
He'll try to target one of the individuals in the orb and see if he can break through.
Oh,
So he's going to cast Chromatic Orb and trying to deal acid damage.
Oh, okay. As you cast a spell and you release the orb out, you watch as it just crashes into the side of this orb.
With that, would it be an action to try and open this box right now?
It would be an action in terms of because
Okay.
of what you're dealing with.
Yeah, so with that, he'll just kind of like hunker in place and kind of just like look around, a little scared.
Okay. So that brings us over to this individual who is still within. Huh. Okay. Just gonna do that. He watches, he looks over, reaches up, grabs his medallion. All of you hear something. He says something in Dwarvish. Then he reaches out, grabs the other guy, and the both of them vanish. Ends his ghost. That brings us over to Rose, who is now looking between Furia and Sarah, and also heard what was yelled in Dwarvish. So Rose is going to rage, and then is going to try to grab Sarah. So Sarah, you can either attempt to basically use athletics or acrobatics to try to avoid Rose trying to grab you.
Acrobatics.
Okay.
Save? Or...
No, acrobatics
check.
is a skill check.
Okay.
You have Bardic Inspiration still. You can add a
Seven-
D10 if you need to.
17?
Okay, do you want to add your Bardic Inspiration or not?
Sure. What's the D6?
D10.
10. So 17 plus 5, 22.
Unfortunately, not quite good enough. Rose had a 26.
Ooh.
So Rose
No, you need-
reaches over and
You
just
still have the Bardic Inspiration.
bear hugs you.
Half bear.
And now, Furia, you watch this happen. Do you...
I'm not gonna do that as I don't want to burn Sarah alive.
Okay. And as Rose does that, then starts to take off running. You make an attack of opportunity should you choose to.
I think I will, as not necessarily lighting Sarah on fire
Oh, okay.
if I do that. So, yeah, I'm not gonna hit. That's
Oh.
only a 9.
Yeah, no, Rose is just... Seems to be a little quick. Whatever was shouted out seems to have put a... lit a fire under her, so to speak.
Careful.
And with that, that'll bring us over to Murdoch.
Okay. What is Rose running on, like, through the streets? Or
Rose
running
seems to
to
be
the
heading
street?
to the northeast.
Okay. What's the... Is that still town? Is that still
Oh yeah,
roads?
that's still like right now. She's still in that sort of open, like market-esque area. Basically, is about where you were when you started to take your walk away from everyone.
Okay, because I need to remember that I have 40 feet of movement when I have this dang little ring. So I'd like to pursue Rose.
Okay.
Get in melee range of her. And I would like to use my ring to stone shape the ground underneath her so that it sinks and then reseals around her waist.
Okay.
And just sort of stone trap her.
Okay. I'll say that is. It's probably gonna be a dexterity save or something like that. Let's see here.
If it would be against my save DC, it would be a 17.
Okay, that's but barbarians have danger sense. So,
She does have danger sense.
okay, let's see here. I will take that as an 18 on the dice. That's enough for her to dodge it.
Ugh, yucky.
So as Rose continues charging up, Murdoch is right there, right behind Rose.
I'll even use extra movement to get ahead of her now.
Oh, okay.
To head her off.
Well, you've only got 5 feet more than Rose does. Rose has got 35.
Oh, you're so fast. even with carrying Sarah, though?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. No, so you would be able to get in front of her.
Okay.
Yeah. She had to pick her up the first time, so she couldn't dash in the first run. Okay.
I have not been having a good couple days.
And stone shape isn't concentration, right?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm maintaining that in case one dude's just trying to pull a fast one and be invisible in there.
Okay. Then that brings us to this one. Okay, and that brings us back to Sarah, who is currently grappled by a somewhat frothing Rose.
I would like to try and bite her hand.
Okay.
To get her
go
to let
ahead
go
and,
of me. Roll what?
I'm gonna say go ahead and roll a d20 and yeah, I can't. I gotta go with strength on this one. Your head is not a very dexterous body part.
Okay. 18?
18 will hit. So go ahead and roll a d4. Basically, your attack. It's gonna be a d4 minus your strength, so -1.
Don't know why there was a d20 that rolled as well, but 3 altogether.
Okay. So Rose takes 3 points of piercing damage as you bite into her.
Does she let go of me?
No, she does not let go of you. You actually feel her squeeze tighter. It seems like it is making her angrier.
Am I able to... No, I can't, like,
No, that would be
wiggle.
an action to try to break out.
Can't roll to wiggle.
You gotta do that instead of attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that
Yeah.
next time.
Okay, so that brings
If
us...
there is one!
Okay, so he's doing that now. So that brings
These
us to
people be
Furia.
teleporting!
So what would you be doing, Furia?
Alright, I'm gonna use my 50 feet of movement to catch up with everybody that's running away.
Okay.
And I am going to multi-attack Rose.
Okay. Given
Because
that Murdoch has gotten in front of Rose, I will say you would be flanking, so you would have advantage on this.
Alright. That would be a 16 to hit
That'll hit.
the first attack. And 14 to hit the second.
And that'll hit as well.
All
And
right.
roll your damage.
That total is 20 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And Rose is now on fire.
Okay, so Rose is now engulfed in flames. And you do notice, and you would have seen Rose, so you're very familiar that when Rose gets into one of these rages, that she doesn't seem to notice, the pain doesn't seem to affect her quite as much.
Right, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yep.
Feels good to punch something sometimes. That is my turn.
So that brings us over to Lydia.
Is Rose 60 feet away from me? Or do I have to run up a little?
At this point, no, not quite.
Okay. I'm gonna try banishing Rose.
Okay.
See if that'll let go of Sarah. That's a charisma saving throw.
Okay, give me a second. Let me actually just... real quick.
Time to find out if this really is her hope blade.
Depends how long she holds on to the banishment.
Yeah.
Okay, you said that's a charisma save? Okay. Second. Okay. Ooh, that's actually not a bad roll. And she's gonna pause it. That's an 18.
Jeez!
Alright.
She's pulling it out.
That is a 17 on the die, and Rose has a positive to charisma.
Who knew?
She's a real sweetie pie!
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Super not.
Apparently not
right now.
Okay,
Alright.
so that'll bring us over to Artemis then. And banishment is concentration, so you would
I
lose
know.
concentration on call lightning.
Yeah.
So all the dwarves are gone from the bubble in front of you. Rose is now engulfed in flames. Murdoch on one side, Fury on the other, still carrying Sarah.
Oh boy.
Fireballs won't hit me anymore, just saying.
They don't hurt me that badly either.
I'm immune to fire.
I'm resistant.
It's all good.
Sarah's...
I'm also resistant, but right now I'm completely immune.
I mean,
It's fine. You have evasion. You might do something freaky deaky here. I don't know.
And you've got Bardic Inspiration.
We could... You could...
Beat
You could
this.
do it.
No.
Art's gonna run forward as much as they can,
Okay.
just to get a little bit closer. Oh, this better work. And pull back their hands and let your fireball go
Okay.
towards Rose.
Even with advantage, that is not going to cut it this time. So that is an 11 on the die. And no modifier, so that is an 11.
37.
Ouch.
She's got a lot of HP, though.
Yeah.
As you can see, Rose is starting to look a little rough, though.
A little crisp, maybe.
Yeah, a little fried there.
Toasty.
And that'll bring us over to our young friend. You are watching this group is just wailing on this flaming dwarf that's running away.
Yeah, seeing as this dwarf basically led this group to try and abduct me.
Oh, I know what that
He's-
sound was. That was your dad yelling at the
It
eagle.
was. So he's going
He's
to
trying to find
look
his
at
sister, not
Rose,
his dad. Come on.
Very specific.
and he's going to cast Blight on Rose.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And
Oh my god,
he's
you have so many
also
interesting spells.
going to use Bend Luck. It costs 2 sorcery points to add a d4 to my attack roll.
Is Blight, is it an attack roll, or is that...
Yeah, I have to make an. Oh no, it's a Constitution saving throw. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you don't have to spend
So I will spend it, but I can apply the d4 as a penalty as
Oh,
well.
okay.
So I will do that.
Maddie's like, screw it, I'll kill myself.
So that is a 2,
Okay.
so a -2 to the con save.
Okay. So the con save is a 9.
Okay, so that's against my spell save DC, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, that's a 17, so that fails.
So that fails. So you're gonna
So
roll.
that is
What's Blight? I think it's
8d8
8d8
necrotic damage.
Okay.
Maddie rolling all those dice.
Yep,
It's
it's a great
34
sound.
points of necrotic damage.
Wow.
Nobody gets to knock out my character but me.
So Rose is looking extremely rough right now. So watches it with all the flame. It's hard to really see Rose. She's on fire, but even where you can see, you can watch the skin is like pulling back and tightening as the vitality and moisture is just being sucked from within her.
And yeah, he's still like clutching to the box, and that'll be his turn.
Okay, so that brings us to this individual. Well, he's still going to keep doing that. That's going to bring us to Rose.
This individual who is doing that.
How vague.
It's pretty suspicious there.
Okay, and that's...
They might be escaping.
Yeah, so as Rose is going to continue running by, he's actually going to try to basically just bulldoze through Murdoch.
If it's Rose's turn and she's still on fire, she takes 7 points of fire damage.
Oh, okay, so Rose will take some more fire damage. Okay. Sarah, I will say you are going to take 1 point of fire damage, as you are basically just wrapped. Like,
Fair enough.
literally, Rose has just got you like this, and her body's completely flaming.
Ha.
So while it is insulating most of you, it's still, catching your hair and your face a little bit as it's trying to run.
This is fine.
Rose is gonna try to charge through Murdoch and basically just trying to knock you over.
Okay, so
First,
are you attacking
yeah,
or?
basically it's a push attack trying to knock you down.
Oh,
First attack is gonna miss.
okay. Well, because if it's a push attack, isn't it a contested, like a grapple?
I'll say okay. Go ahead and roll it, as I can't remember if it's. I thought it was just an attack roll. So go ahead. You can make a strength check. I don't. Well, it's possible you could lose it, but I don't think so.
My athletics was a 20.
Yes. This was a 11, so. Okay. Rose is going to use her second attack and try to do the same thing. Okay, that is going to be much better.
Another 20.
Okay. This one for Rose was a 25. So she does manage to knock Murdoch onto the ground. And then
I'm
run,
strong, but I'm not that strong.
gets about 17 feet away. As she's running away, are you attacking again, Furia?
I will.
Okay.
That's a 20 to hit. Dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Please don't kill her. I need to know why.
Yep.
5 points of fire damage.
Okay. That ends Rose go, and that brings us to Murdoch, who is currently laying on her back.
I want to get up with 20 feet of movement. You said she moved 17-ish
She's about
feet away.
15 to 20 feet away from you at this point.
Okay.
So you can still get right back up to her.
Yeah, I mean, I could have cast this at range, but I had the image in my head, so I'm going to run back in front of her. Seeing her take all of this damage, and she doesn't change what she's trying to do, tells me that she's not being charmed or anything. So I'm going to grab her by the shoulders, and I'm going to charge a 4th level Psychic Lance and headbutt her in the face.
Okay.
So it's another intelligence save. Instead of pulling the energy out of my brain, I'm just gonna send it right in there.
Yeah, so that is not going to make it.
21 psychic damage. I don't kill people.
No.
Your magic does. Not me. It's my magic.
It's not. Only I try not to kill people. We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
Okay.
I've killed more people recently than I have in my whole life.
Okay, so this is...
As you said, we're dangerous people.
We are dangerous people.
Yeah, so... You watch as Rose just freezes. Still bear hug arms locked around Sarah. Just motionless standing there.
Hands still on the shoulders. Just explain why! Just say why! I don't understand! Don't make me stop you.
Unfortunately, you get no responses. Completely
I know.
incapacitated.
I think incapacitated they can still talk, they just can't take actions. Because it's not paralyzed.
Okay, let's see. Doesn't reply. But you can see as you're there and you've got the shoulders in, your head in the face, you can see that there's just blood running down the nose.
Okay.
That will bring us over to this individual.
With that plead, I meant to say the D10 debuff. Just in case I do something to her again.
Oh, okay.
I'll just keep a note of it, because it's a 10.
Oh, wonderful.
I don't think it'll get that far, but I do have a thought.
Okay. So, Sarah, you are currently still being held by a flaming, now stationary Rose.
I would like to get out of the hold.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and make a strength or athletics check.
It's the same either way. Five.
And unfortunately, your Rose is stuck right now. You are unable to break out.
Murdoch, can you get me out of here? And then we'll deal with her.
Why? Is it because I didn't put you in the contract?
That'll bring us over to Furia.
Seeing as how Murdoch seems to be stuck on Y, and I want to respect that, I'm going to move around Rose and stand in front of the direction that she was running.
Okay.
And will hold an action to stop, like, push her back.
Okay.
Just be a wall of fire, but not that literally. If she tries to move forward or breaks free or tries to move forward. I'm not really sure how the spell works, so.
Okay.
I got one thing I can try.
Okay, then that brings us over to Artemis and our young friend. The Art, you can see your friends starting to cluster around Rose and Sarah.
Oh wait, I was gonna do a thing.
Oh, what? I apologize. I don't know why I skipped over you. I apologize, Lydia.
I was gonna try to run up, if I could, and kind of plant my feet on the statue and use my big bunny feet to like help pull Granny out of the hold. So that's about
Okay.
it.
What's your movement speed?
30?
Okay, you wouldn't be able to catch up to him.
Okay.
Rose
Then
has
I'll
been running
dash.
for a couple of rounds, so you could dash and get up to them.
Yeah.
And then you'd be able to potentially try to do that next turn if Rose didn't run away again. Which actually they can't.
Okay. Can I do my rabbit hop to get up there? Like that's 50 feet,
I'd say yeah.
and then I'll help pull Granny out then.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength or athletics check.
Athletics. Ooh, dirty 20.
Okay. You are able to pull Granny out of Rose's arms. You do take 2 points of fire damage from
Okay.
standing on top of a flaming dwarf.
Flaming. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Thank you, dear.
But you now have removed a Sarah.
No problem, Granny. I'll always take care of you. Don't forget.
So that brings us over to Artemis.
Okay. They're gonna run the 30 feet and then hold one more fireball if they see Rose booking it again.
Oh, okay. We have a fireball held. And then, what is our young friend doing? You are
You're
muted.
muted.
Yay, I'm not
He
the only
is
one.
going to keep up with Art just to stay with the group, but he's going to take this opportunity to open this box
Oh,
and see
okay.
what's inside of it.
So, as you open the box, you do get a strange pulse and a tingle as you start to pop it open. And as you open it, you can see that there is a single. Let me grab my proper description here. It is a. It looks to be a single, basically long wand. As it gets near the end of it, you can see there are a bunch of little barbs coming off of the end of it with different colored balls on it.
Everyone's favorite.
And does he recognize this?
Make an Arcana
Because
check.
it's something. Okay. Oh my god. 2.
You're pretty sure it's magical.
Yeah. I should know better, but
We
okay.
love a sorcerer.
He's still scared right now.
Yeah, there's other things going on currently.
Yeah. Yeah. So he'll just kind of shut the box again and just kind of look around. Still frightened.
So that is going to bring us to Rose. So I need Furia to go ahead and roll some more fire damage as Rose is still on fire.
All right. 6 fire damage.
Okay. And as you all watch as Rose starts to crumble, falling forward. Rose just collapses.
Okay. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. I'm waiting.
And that's where we're going to call an end to tonight's session.
Oh
No! I need to remember what I was gonna say. Okay.
Why?
As
Why?
It was good.
No, there's a whole thing. There's a whole thing. I got one more big spell that I've never used before.
But thank you very much, everyone who's tuned in. I know we're a little over time this week, but I had a feeling where no one was extinguishing Rose, and she had 2 health left.
Oh man.
That yeah, things weren't going to end pretty. But we will be back next week. Thank you very much for those of you who have tuned in and checked out. Yeah, something a little different for our players as I know some chats going back and forth. A change of character in the middle of an encounter. Because, you know, why not mess with folks, right? Remember, folks, when you think you trust your party, you can trust them. Just don't trust the players. And don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. We'll see you soon, folks.
Good night.